All right, Mets just finished off the sweep. Just got done watching the game. Pretty excited. It's great to see little youth getting injected in the lineup and providing a spark. Of course, we still have a lot of making up to do, but hey, this is a good sign. Even with all the injuries that we've experienced, and now Alvarez being out, just trying to swing too crazy, hurt himself swinging, it seemed, and we avoided a little bit of a scare with Soto fouling a ball off his foot last night, but he was able to play today. Hey, we're doing good things. We got to keep it going. I want to look at this past series. I was, I was paying attention every game. It's kind of crazy because we were down in every game. If not the first inning, then in the second inning, by a couple runs each time, and pitching came in and held them down, and eventually we tied it up and took the game over. So great fighting spirit. Good to see that, guys aren't getting too down by just being behind so early, and we're able to fight back and lock up the Tigers offense and make it happen later on in the game. So hey, let's take a look at the series here. So hey, we got the sweep. Like I said, after 43 games now, the Mets are 18-25. Like I said, still got a lot of making up to do, but things are heading in the right direction. We already have more wins in May than we did all of April. So, as bad as April was, not expecting to do the inverse of that. That would just be crazy. But slowly and surely getting back to at least a 500 level where we can be in some kind of competition for wild card spot as early as it is in the season. Okay, so let's take a look at the series as a whole. 3-game series. Mets first game, Mets 10-2. Second game went to 10 innings. We took it in 10 with the Benj walk-off, 3-2. And then today, on Thursday, took the victory 9-4. Of course, we have the Yankees coming to Citi Field next. 3-game series over the weekend. They're scuffling a little bit. We always seem to do pretty well against the Yankees in recent years. But hey, we got to keep it going. I think we're catching them at the right time. We're playing well, or at least, winning games, and they're scuffling a little bit. But it's always going to be tough playing against them. The whole, New York competition, rivalry, Subway Series, whatever you want to call it. I don't personally place too much weight on it. It's just really 3 games. But I know for the fans, that live in New York and, are looking for bragging rights, no matter how shitty the Mets are at any point in time over the years, it's always big, and it seems the players seem to feed into it. So from that aspect, it is pretty important. It has nothing to do with our division, but hey, a win is a win, a loss is a loss, all the same. All right, so starting off with game 1 on Tuesday night, Freddie Peralta started for us. He went 6 with 7 strikeouts. Got in a little trouble in the second inning where he gave up the 2 runs that he allowed. Gave up a home run, started, and then a double, a single, a sac fly, scored the second run. And then he shut him down after that. Like I said, made it through the 6th inning. That's what we need him to do. We brought him in to be our ace, so-called ace, I guess you could say. We have a couple guys vying for that title. Doesn't really matter. The ace is the guy that's on the mound that night, in my opinion. So he went 6. Rayleigh came in for an inning, and then Warren went the last 2. He had 3 strikeouts. We fought back after the early deficit. We scored in the second and third, then to tie. In the fourth inning, a bench RBI single scored Alvarez, who had doubled. In the sixth, we broke it open a little bit. AJ Ewing, the fresh call up, walked in his first at bat. This was his third at bat. He walked again, stole second. Guy is fast as hell. Great to. It's fun to watch these guys run the bases, especially the really fast guys. This is what he was brought up for, to give us a little bit of a spark, get on base, knock some hits around. This was his second walk of the game, and then stole second. We did score 3 in the inning. 2 scored on an error on a potential double play where Bichette hit it down at third baseman. Guy just threw it away into the outfield. 2 scored on that play. And then Soto came up and hit an RBI ground out to score the third run. Tacked on some more in the seventh. Ewing came up and hit a triple with a man on, and then he later scored. He finished his first game, his major league debut, 1 for 2 with 3 walks, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs. Pretty good way to start a career, if you ask me, and I'm pretty sure many agree. So right away, he paid dividends coming in. This kid is 21 years old. He was tearing up the minor leagues, doing his thing, getting base hits, hitting triples, a little bit of power, but he's not going to be a masher. But we need guys to get on base and run around, and we could play small ball, whatever, and we saw a lot of that throughout this series. So it just adds another element to the team with what Benj is now providing as well. I mean, obviously he struggled in the first month, but he's really turned it on, and we're looking at our future outfield most likely. Hopefully these guys pan out and continue to do what they're doing, continue to improve, but really breathing a breath of fresh air for an offense in need of help. So, much needed help for this offense. All right, we'll go on to game 2. Christian Scott came in, had a little misplay by Benj in right field that allowed a double to drop in. Guys were on second and third, and then they were both knocked in by Green, I believe it was. So once again, we're down 2-0 early. Benj, you could tell he was really bothered by the misplay, but that kid's shown to be tough-minded. He put it behind him and just prepared for his next opportunity. Scott couldn't make it out of the 5th inning. Like I said, they're being careful with him. Missed all last year. He's on somewhat of an innings limit. I'd like to see him get through the 5th, but it seems like that's where they're really, trying to be handle him with kid gloves, so to speak. Just being on the safe side and getting him out of there, getting a fresh reliever in. And in this case, it was Brazovan. He finished that inning and then went 2 more with 2 strikeouts, got us through 7. Still 2-2 at that point, or actually we tied in the 7th, but got us all the way through without allowing any more runs. Weaver came in, did the 8th inning. Williams held him down in the 9th inning, and then Raley came in on the 10th. And even with the runner at second, he didn't allow anything. So we go to the bottom of the 10th with a chance to win. As far as the offense, we scored our first run in the 2nd inning. Vientos single, Beatty single, and then Taylor knocked in Vientos with an RBI ground out. In the 7th, when we tied it, Torrens came up. He had come in for Alvarez, who injured himself. He had a 2-out walk. Benj, like I said, put that play behind him. He had a hit there, and it allowed Bichette to come up and hit the RBI single to tie the game. Game remained 2-2 into the 10th. Like I said, Rayleigh shut them down in the top. Started off the 10th inning with Ewing. Got his speed at second. First batter couldn't get it done, and then Benj came up and hit a simple ball right up the middle. Ewing scored easily. We walked it off. A little 2-game win streak, win the series at that point. Set it up for Thursday's game, trying to go for the sweep. We had the opportunity in Colorado to try to get a sweep. Couldn't get it done. In one of my other series recaps, I talked about that series. We won the first 2 games. It was looking good. We held the offense down for the Rockies until the 9th, and Kimbrel gave up that grand slam and prevented us getting the sweep there. Trying to avoid that today. Once again, down early. McLean gave up a 3-run home run in the first inning. Could have easily just packed it in and been happy with the series win, but hopefully this team is getting an attitude about it where we want to kick these teams' ass and hit them while they're down. Tigers are struggling. They have a lot of guys injured. They've lost a bunch of games kind of in the same situation that we had been in last month. We got to put the boot down on the neck when we get the opportunity here. So, but right away we're down 3-0. McLean was able to battle through and actually finish 7 innings with 7 strikeouts. He had a couple, more hits than we would like to see and a couple walks, but that guy is a competitor. He's not going to, although he has nasty stuff, he's not going to be on point every game. He knows that, but you hear the guy in interviews, what he really likes is the competition. He thrives off it, and he wants to prove himself. Seems like he put himself in some tough spots to have to fight out of, but he was able to do it, and he held them down after that home run in the beginning. Other than McLean, Myers came on for an inning. He had 1 strikeout. He did give up a home run, but we were up comfortably at that point. And then Kimbrel came in for the 9th. He had a 1-2-3 inning with a strikeout. I think the Tigers kind of I don't want to say they gave up, but it was pretty evident that they're not playing well. They don't have the fire in them right now. Their manager had been ejected earlier in the game, arguing a call at third base. It was a bloop hit to left field, where Melendez kind of grabbed it, and the runner was on second. He was trying to make it on to third when it dropped, but Melendez grabbed it right away, threw it in, and the tag was applied, and the runner was called out. They did challenge it. It took a while for it to be confirmed, and it was really close. I was watching as they were showing the replays. I'm still not sure, but I'm really glad they stayed with the out, because they were up at that point still, and they would have had first and third or second. Yeah, I guess it would have been first and third with no outs still. So that was a huge play. It was a really good throw for Melendez to get it right in there and make the play close. And manager came out. He was really in the umpire's face. I don't know what he was expecting to happen, because the call came in from the replay booth. So he didn't even really make the call. It was just confirmed by the replay official. And then he got ejected right away. I don't know if he got personal with the umpire or whatever, but that was a huge turning point in the game. and I'm glad it worked out for us. As far as the Mets offense in the third inning, Ewing came up, hit his first home run. I mean, this guy's not supposed to be a power hitter, but he just put a solid swing on the ball, and it went out. It was I don't want to say it was a no doubter, but there was no doubt about it going out. You can tell off the bat that it was moving, and it was great to see. That was his first career home run, and it just shows that. I mean, if you look at this guy's swing, it's so simple. It's not. I mean, you see, like, and as opposed to someone like Alvarez, who has amazing power, guy tries to swing out of his shoes, and you don't really need to do that. You probably even lose a little bit of focus just trying to jack it so far. And when you have natural power, just put solid contact on the ball, and the velocity of the pitch, and your you know and also of your swing is just going to take it out if you're a strong guy, even more so. So hopefully these guys see the success this kid's having early, just a really, bat to ball, keep it simple approach. I mean, he has a great eye at the plate, but he's not big by any means, but he just making solid contact, and sometimes it's going to go. Then in the fourth inning, Brett Beatty hit a 2-run home run, barely went out, but hey, it tied the game right there, make up that 3-run deficit. Scored some more in the fifth. Juan Soto had an RBI single, and then Vientos came up, hit a 2-run home run. So right there, we're up 6-3 at that point. Scored a couple more later on. Sanger with a sac bunt, little suicide squeeze or safety squeeze, they'll call it. Brought in the runner from third. Sanger now filling in for Alvarez, and he started today for Torrens. I guess he'll be playing some here and there, especially a day game after a night game. And then we finished him off with a Soto home run, blast to center field, and then Semien hit one right down the line. So that's 5 home runs in this game for the Mets. And in addition to the small ball kind of things that we've been doing, we had a couple bunt situations, bunch of steals, really good base running, just timely hitting. It's what we saw this series, and these are all things that you need to do to win games. You can't sit back and wait for 3-run home runs or just wait for Soto to do something. We need contributions from everybody down the line, and that's what we saw, especially in this game, but in the series, and also the first game, although we benefited a lot from that error. So, hey, final thoughts on this series. Game 1, we'll call it the AJ Ewing game. It was his MLB debut. It was great to see just him come in and have an immediate impact on the team. Pretty much won the game for us, although every starter did reach base in the game. Everyone had a hit. I think it was Melendez was the only one that didn't have a hit, but he did have a walk. And then Ben, Soto, Vientos, and Beatty all had 2 hits. So contributions from everybody, and obviously great pitching with Peralta able to hold the Tigers offense down after they got the early lead. Game 2, we were down once again early. The little misplay by Benj allowed the second and third situation, and then they were both knocked in, so we're down early. Scott, he battled. Like I said, wasn't able to get out of the fifth, but Brazoban with the huge effort, just soaking up innings for us in that situation, held them down. Didn't let any more runners score. We eventually tied the game at 2. Went to the 10th inning. Rayleigh shut them down in the top, and I said a number of times, when you don't score in that top of the 10th, you're gonna lose, and we saw it happen. Obviously, the Tigers in this case were the ones that didn't score. We had really good pitching, and then Benj came up with one out. We had the runner at second, good speed at second. All it took was a little hit, and that's what we got. Saw a little walk off. It was his first career walk off hit. Got the Gatorade bath and the interview after the game. The kid is really like that kid Benj. Just I don't know. He just has like a real carefree attitude, and he's obviously good at baseball, so that also helps. So that was beautiful, a beautiful win. And then we bring it to today's game, going for the sweep again, down early right away. 3-run home run off McLean. He fights back, doesn't allow anything else through 7. We hit 5 home runs in this game. That's always nice to see. It's going to start warming up now in New York. Always seems to be always be a theme early in the season where the power numbers are down for especially the Mets hitters. And then as it warms up, you see, think balls flying out of the yard a little bit more. Hopefully, they're more for us than for the opponents. But in this game, we did hit 5 home runs. Ewing with his first career home run, Beatty, Viento, Soto, and then Marcus Semien. In the series, A.J. Ewing was 3 for 9 with 3 walks. He had the triple, a home run, 3 RBIs, 3 runs, and also the stolen base. Ben's just, man, people were doubting him. I wouldn't say I was doubting him. I was just more, it was more of a case of wondering if he was ready yet. He was rushed up. I mean, Ewing was rushed way more than Benj was, but I mean, the questions were there. And, I discussed it in some of my other videos, wondering how long they were going to stick with him, but they did, and it is paying off big time. Like I said, he was 7 for 15 in the series, 2 RBIs, 2 runs. He also had 2 steals, leads the team in steals, and he also had the walk-off to win the second game. Mets are now 8-4 in May after going 7-19 in April. So we've already won more games in May than we have in April. Series with the Yankees coming up. And then I'll take a look at who we play next. I know we play the Marlins Marlins. Okay, so after the Yankee series, we go to Washington for 4, then Miami for 3. Come back home, play Cincinnati and Miami again, and that'll end the month of May before we go on another West Coast trip. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 7, 10, 16 games to go in the month. Let's keep it going. If we can inverse our April record, go 19-7, we'll be above 500, and at the end of May. Who thought that was going to be possible? We got winnable games coming up against teams that we can beat. Hey, let's do it. Let's keep going. I love the energy these new guys have provided. Pitching's been solid really all year, except for a couple blips by Senga, really, who's not with the team right now. Peterson, maybe they have that worked out now that he's coming out, after the opener pitches, the first inning, or however they're going to configure that. But the pitching's been solid all year. I mean, we're up there in ERA as far, top of the majors. We just need to back them up with some runs. And it doesn't even, we don't need to hit 5 home runs every game. Just get the timely hitting, get guys on base, steal some bases. We got decent speed, and especially with these young guys. But Soto hasn't really stolen many bases. He's been scuffling a little bit, so I don't expect him to lead the league again in stolen bases. But if he can get 20 on the year, I think that would be a good sign. Um, let's ride this out for a little bit. It's these type of energy infusions can be infectious to the team, and um, yeah, we really need it. I'm sure we'll be seeing a couple other guys called up throughout the years. Probably even on the pitching side. I'm sure we'll see Tong again. Sky Wenninger down in AAA. He's making a case to be moved up. Hopefully, it's not you know needed to replace someone that's injured, especially someone that is pitching well right now. But we got guys coming up. We just really need to get back to winning, try to even this out, get back to the 500 level, and see how it shakes out from there, and just keep it going. I know it's easy to be down on a team the way the offenses look at times, especially recently, even in this series. I mean, that second game there wasn't much happening, but the pitching held it down, and we were able to take it at the end. So let's keep it going in the Yankee series. They got some pop in their lineup. Obviously, everyone knows Judge, and they got good pitch. They always have good pitching, good bullpen. So we gotta keep these games close, and then try to pull them out the end, or whatever it takes. All right, but hey, enjoy this one for now. Mets finally get the first sweep of the year, and hey, let's keep this momentum going in the Yankee series. All right, hey, let's go Mets, guys.